In 2019, I got to live my dream as a child, and that was to travel to the great country of Egypt. Always have been fascinated with Egypt, the mysteries of mummies, the great pyramids, tombs, the Nile River, the ancient city of Luxor. My trip all began during my final approach into Cairo early that morning, and I looked out the window during that final approach, and all I could see was a sea of high-rise, 16 stories tall apartment buildings as far as the eye could see. 25 million people live in Cairo. And I quickly found out what 25 million people looks like, feels like on my drive from the airport to our hotel. Thousands of cars, bumper to bumper, pedestrians working a maze trying to cross the street. It was organized chaos, but I quickly forgot about all that chaos and that pollution when I first saw the Great Pyramids and the skyline of ancient Cairo. And I actually got to visit those pyramids on the back of a camel. Actually, it was a comfortable ride. The worst part of the camel was getting on it, because you get on it when it's lying down and it gets up with its hind legs first. So if you're not leaning really far back, you will fall off the camel when it gets up. But when that camel took me to the pyramids, I saw the Great Pyramids, still considered a wonder of the world, towering over 400 feet tall, made of sandstone block, and each block weighed approximately 2 tons. And still to this day, modern engineers marvel at how it was built 4,000 years ago with primitive tools. And those pyramids housed tombs of pharaohs. Those tombs have long since been looted and ransacked. But if you want to get an idea of what a tomb looked like or what was found in a tomb, the Cairo Museum that I toured the next day had everything you wanted to see. 40 to 50 mummies, still preserved like they were wrapped yesterday in cloth. I saw the splendors of King Tut at the Cairo Museum with all of his artifacts that were pretty much covered in gold. I saw the most recognized piece of art in history, and that was King Tut's death mask, valued at millions of dollars. Also, his dagger that was found on his chest, that was not only made of gold and rubies, but the blade was made of metal not found here on Earth. It actually was discovered that the blade of King Tut's dagger was made of meteorite. I quickly left Cairo during my trip and traveled to Aswan to take a boat cruise down the Nile to the great city of Luxor, which was built by numerous pharaohs. I saw 120 pillars holding this temple up, each pillar weighing 70 tons. I saw a addition to that temple, which was made in like a rose-colored granite, that I came to find out was built by Alexander the Great, who, when he conquered Egypt in his day, proclaimed himself as an Egyptian pharaoh, and actually, as part of the hieroglyphics, portrayed himself as an Egyptian god. Egypt by far was the most amazing trip I've ever experienced. I don't think there will ever be anything that will trump it. If you are a person that likes high adventure, you love history, you want to see where it all began, see wonders of the world, the mysteries of mummies and their tombs, the beautifulness of the Luxor River, which is an oasis in the middle of the desert, I really recommend that you get a chance to travel to Egypt. You will not be disappointed. Thank you.